Right.
Awesome. For everybody, I'm just getting the opportunity to meet. My name is Sean T. Hill. Blessed to be Executive District Director for a short time here at this company that my partners are so excited to share with you. And it's always humbling to be the one to get the opportunity to share. I promise you, a short time ago, maybe less than 2 years ago, nobody was hopping on Zooms or calling in or anything to find out what I knew about cash flow expansion or income shifting or whatever, financial education or anything that you were invited to see. As a matter of fact, I may have been one of the most negative people that you'd ever want to meet. But in all fairness to myself, how many guys would agree sometimes brokenness does have a negative effect on your attitude?
Sure do.
Yes.
It's kind of hard to be all chipper when you're broke. And I was frustrated because I was that child growing up. I always wanted to be wealthy. Anybody else want to be wealthy growing up?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Now, if you didn't respond, what did you want? Matter of fact, don't even tell me because that stuff gets stuck in your shirt. You can't even get it out. But my aunties would have the glass doorknobs. I would imagine I was twisting diamonds to get into the next room. And I would ask anybody listening, how do we get wealthy? But you guys ever ask the right questions, but you were asking the wrong people?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, everybody I was asking gave me the best information they had, but none of them were wealthy. And so I did everything I was told to do. I might be what you might want to call a good son most of the time. I graduated high school at 16. I actually got an electrical engineering degree at 20. They said that's where the money was. Never got an engineering job, as a matter of fact. It was always check behind check. They told me go back to school. I got a master's in math education, even though I never met a wealthy teacher. I got my second check as a high school math teacher because I didn't believe the first check, Christopher. I thought they made a mistake. They were going to put the rest of my money on the second check. The second check came looking just like the first one. I knew I was in trouble. Then my friends that were entrepreneurs said you should start home-based business. I did that 26 years ago. As a matter of fact, February the 16th, 1996. I was 3 years old and I got started in home. What's those faces about? Okay, I was 25 and I got started in home-based business and I started out, I was trying to figure it out. I made a little bit of money, then started figuring it out, started running with the right people, started making a lot of money. But no matter what happened, no matter what I did, I could never get away from the 4 financial roadblocks. How many of you guys familiar with taxes, debt, big business, and inflation?
Yes.
I call these the thieves that stole my money. Now, the reason I call this a cash flow conversation was when I had this conversation with my best friend on June the 8th, 2020, I came into the conversation thinking I had an income problem. I thought because I was just a teacher, I needed to make more money. Well, my best friend, he's a system solutions architect. He double degree at Duke University. He had 2 good jobs, made 6 times what I was making as a teacher. Do you guys know he had the exact same thieves? And so what I learned that day was,
I didn't know that.
Nah, he had the exact same ones. And so what I learned that day was I didn't have an income problem. What I had was a cash flow problem. Because the more we make, the more they what?
Hey.
Taxes has everybody working 12 months out the year, only paying us for 8. We literally work from January to April, paying all of the different types of taxes they charge us. It's our largest expense. It normally leads to debt. Debt has everybody buying into the American dream, not knowing they're setting us up for the American nightmare. Anybody else grow up wanting a spouse, a house, 2.5 kids, a pet, a white picket fence?
Of course.
Yes.
And it's not even our fault, right? Every movie, every TV show, every commercial, every cartoon, and the cartoons, even the dogs had a dog. I knew something was wrong, man. But this is what they do. You don't have the $400,000 up front for your home, Ms. Douglas? No problem. We'll give you a mortgage loan. You don't have the $50,000 for that fast car because you're going through that midlife crisis, Mr. Dash? Forget about it. We'll give you an auto loan. You don't have that $100,000 a semester for your education, Ms. Hines? Don't worry about it. We'll give you a student loan. And long after we're done with these things, that interest is with our families forever. That's why most people pass on generational debt when we're supposed to be passing on generational wealth.
Right.
Most
Right.
of our income is gone. Here comes big business for the rest. They spend hundreds of millions of dollars in marketing and advertising because they understand with that last little bit of our money, most people can't wait to ball out till we fall out.
Mhm.
They understand that most people are so depressed because we work so hard and most of our money is gone before we see one red cent. A lot of people have to do retail therapy. Now, in case you guys don't know what retail therapy is, ladies, that fourth pair of black shoes looks just like the third.
No, one has a strap, one doesn't.
No. So guys, y'all just gonna let me get jumped? Brothers is like, yo, you gonna fall on that sword by yourself. I didn't come here to get into it. But here's the thing. Just in case we haven't spent the last of it, inflation drives up the prices on everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we had $1 that we didn't invest yesterday, well, today, we might have, I used to say 95 cents, but there's this thing now called hyperinflation.
Right.
So you might have 70 cents. We don't invest that 70 cents today. Tomorrow, it might be 40 cents. And I'm not bringing that up for gloom and doom, just to help you guys understand the reason why that person that invited you is so excited about you being here is because with Make Wealth Real Financial, we call it MWR for short, we were able to find a way to hurdle those roadblocks. We're known as the home of the complete financial makeover. And we're called that because we do the 3 things that everyone should want to do with their money. Anybody want to save more money?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not talking about pinching pennies or having a budget so tight you can't even breathe. I'm talking about putting on that superhero cape and going to rescue your money from the thieves that took it. Because what MWR does is they actually helped us rescue $12 million a month in tax savings. Guys, the government said 80% of Americans overpay in taxes. Now, what they didn't say is how they give that money back, because they don't.
Right.
They've actually helped 12,000 members increase their credit scores 50 to 150 points. Can anybody use that?
Yes.
Guys, our credit scores determine how much we pay for what we might need to borrow. They actually helped us shave 1.2 billion and over 29,400 years in interest off of our collective debt sentence. See, when we're borrowing, it's not how much we borrow as much as it is how long we borrow it at what interest rate that hurts us.
Yeah.
Right.
Anybody know somebody always bragging about paying off their car?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, somebody be honest. Which one of it is you? It's one of y'all, isn't it? Well, there's nothing wrong with paying off your car, but depending on how long it takes and what the interest rate is, we might have bought 4 cars, but we're bragging about 1.
Right.
Now, where do those other 3 cars go? Who cares? How many of you guys either want those cars in your yard or that money in your family where it belongs?
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
And they actually helped us shave in the first year doing what we call the bill shredder program. We shaved the $1.2 million in existing bills. Guys, understand, if you have a choice between paying more for a bill or less for a bill, what would you choose?
Less.
Yes.
Okay, I was just checking to make sure you're paying attention. That was an easy quiz. I told y'all I was a teacher. I gotta be ready for these pop quizzes. Of course you're gonna choose less. And I'm not, I used to think, well, Sean, that's a common sense question. Guys, I'm 51 now. I realize common sense ain't that common.
Right.
You ask the right person the wrong question on the right day, you might be in for a treat. And so here's the thing. Not only do they show us how to save money, anybody interested in growing your money once it's saved?
Yes.
And so guys, MWR has helped us grow $10.2 million in investment income. I know people right now trying to figure out, and they're watching their 401k, and it's like paint drying. It's like watching grass grow. And in a short period of time, I mean, most of us didn't even know about this business 3 years ago. This company's helped us generate an extra 10.2 million with the savings that we got. But now some of you may be thinking, well, that's cool, but what if you ain't got nothing to save? And what if you don't have anything to grow? Anybody want to make some more money?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And MWR helps us make money. Guys, I've always said the only thing better than my money is more money. And so we've actually helped thousands of people earn part-time residual income. And we've actually helped some people earn more money working this business part-time than they were earning on their full-time job. And our business strategy is amazing. Would anybody like to see it?
Yep.
Yes, I would love to see it.
Now, those of y'all that didn't ask, well, why are you here? That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, so all right, so here's the thing. Look at the person that invited you, if you can even see their face. What are they doing right now? Nothing. Didn't even offer me a drink of water. I had to bring my own, but they already did the hard part. They got you here. See, guys, I don't know why you're here. You may be here because you want to save more money. You may be here because you want to grow your money. You may be here because you want to make more money. You may be here because you want to support the beautiful person that invited you. You may be here to get them off your back so they never invite you again. But whatever the reason is, you're here. And we get to sleep like babies because now you know what we were able to do without you. You get to determine whether or not we do anything else without you. Now, when it comes to saving money, you don't want us to do that anymore without you. Guys, the Financial Edge membership is second to none. Put this in your notes. It's $79.97 per month. Uh-oh. I felt a shift in the atmosphere. Somebody done messed around and let a skeptic on this Zoom. All right, somebody help out the skeptic. Somebody say, what's the catch?
What's the catch?
Isn't that what skeptics always ask? By the way, I caution you, I never met a wealthy skeptic. Every skeptic I know is broke. Every skeptic I know. There's a difference between caution and skepticism. But guys, the catch is the experts do all the work. The experts said if you can upload, has anybody uploaded anything today? Anybody upload a picture to social media? Anybody upload a document to send somewhere through an email at your job? Well, if
Sure
you
did.
upload,
All the time.
experts do the rest. When I heard that, I got so excited, I started uploading everything. They told me if I upload my last 2 pay stubs and my last year's tax return, if you want them to be thorough, you can actually upload your last 3 years tax returns. They'll give you an adjusted W-4. Now, the reason why most people, that 80% that overpay their taxes are overpaying is we don't know how to fill out a W-4. Anybody take a class on W-4s?
No.
They gave me a whole lot of calculus assistance though. I used most of that stuff. I could have used the class on W-4s. And so when you get this adjusted W-4 done by the experts and you give it to whoever's taking taxes out of your money, you'll see your federal income tax go down and your pay go up. Anybody want a pay raise?
Yeah.
Easiest way to get one is stop giving so much money away in taxes. Then they said if I download this app called Hurtler to my smartphone, it'll actually, when I get my car, it'll actually track my mileage and tell me how much money I can get deducted. I feel like an Uber driver sometimes. I just went to the gas station and it said you just saved $9.80 just coming to get gas. I was like, well, ain't that something? How many guys would agree that's pretty helpful around tax time?
That's right. That's helpful.
You take pictures of your receipts, it'll track your deductions. You attach it to your accounts, it'll find you deductions. It's found me over $70,000 in deductions. You think that might be helpful around tax time?
Yes.
Absolutely.
If that wasn't enough for that same $79.97 per month, they said if I upload my bills that I pay every 30 days, they would call and negotiate them lower. Morgan, I started uploading stuff that wasn't even bills. I said, well, since y'all already, negotiating, why don't y'all knock out this traffic ticket for a brother? They didn't do it. They looked at it and said, boy, that's not a bill. But what they did though, was they took $800 off my internet bill. Guys, can anybody use an extra $800 in your personal economy?
Yes.
I was always taught a penny saved is a penny what?
Earned.
Without doing anything, earned an extra $800 that I don't have to give away. See, the whole concept of income shifting is we're already making this money and giving it away. What these experts are doing is helping us shift it back to who it belongs to. Who does it belong to?
Me.
See, everybody didn't say it. See,
Me.
you so used to not owning your money anymore. You just get. My favorite book said you're not supposed to love money, but it didn't say hate it so much you give it all away.
Right.
Okay.
And at least if you're gonna give it away, give it to somebody that can use it. Don't give it to bills and taxes.
Me.
Then if that wasn't enough, if I type up all my debt, right? If I just type in all my debt, the balance, the minimum monthly payment, and the interest rate, not only would they give me a plan to get out of debt faster, they give me my debt-free date. How many of you guys agree debt-free is the new free?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And then they show us how to use that new cash flow to get to our millionaire date. Now, I know we've all made $1 million in our lifetime. Anybody want it all at the same time?
Of course.
I do.
Yes, I
We
want
need
it
to get
all at
together
the
and go
same
make some
time.
more
I
friends.
do.
Right.
Yes.
And if that wasn't enough for the same $79.97 a month, they said if I upload my most recent 3 credit bureau reports, they'd actually restore my credit. Now, I didn't say they'd erase stuff off my credit report so I could try to get into a house only for it to pop back up and now I'm out of $1,000. No, they said for $79.97 a month, they would restore it. I did that at 2 a.m. Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. By 3 p.m. the same day it said completed. I didn't know what that meant. I called my sponsor. I asked him, what does that mean? He said, that means they already made the phone calls you didn't want to make. And then they sent the letters you didn't want to send. I told you he was my best friend. He just knew me pretty well. And it's not because I was being lazy. It's just I seen so many people making all these phone calls and they go on a voicemail. I seen so many people sending in all these letters and they just being unanswered. Here's what we found out. When you got the right name and number on the caller ID, these guys answer on the first ring because they don't want these problems. When you have the right name and address on the letters going in, we start receiving letters saying this should have no longer been on your credit report. It's now been removed. Now that's not coming from Cousin Pookie or Uncle Ray Ray. It's coming from the actual company that can remove it. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. I know so many people that are out hundreds or even thousands of dollars trying all these tricks to get stuff erased. And for $79.97 a month, not only are you having your taxes reduced, how many guys would agree that when taxes goes down, cash flow goes up?
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Not only are they actually lowering your bill, how many guys understand that when bills go lower, cash flow goes higher?
Right.
Yeah.
Not only are they eliminating our debt, how many guys understand when debt is gone, cash flow goes through the roof? And when credit scores go up, we can refinance some things we might be paying too much for, pay less for what we want to finance in the future. Cash flow steadily going up. Who wants your cash flow up?
Right.
Absolutely.
But guys, that can't be enough because everybody knows somebody that had an influx of cash flow. And before you knew it, couldn't find it. Anybody know somebody that might have, I don't know, got an inheritance or hit the lottery or, I don't know, hit the number. I don't know where you guys live.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. You look up 3 months later, they're more in debt than they were before they even got out of debt. Have you guys seen that before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody trying to figure out where Big Mama's money went.
Right.
Well, guys, when these guys told me that not only would they show me how to save money, but they would teach me how to grow it, that's when I understood that Make Wealth Real was not just the name of a company, it was a mission statement. These guys are truly focused on helping us get to the other side of money. Now, I've always figured if I ever got to the other side of money and I didn't like it, I could always come back to broke. Because I had broke mastered. Like some of y'all old enough to understand knowing when you write a check, how many days it was before it came out of your account. See, some of us remember that day that they messed all of that up and you gave that check to that cashier and it came out of your account immediately. Yeah. And that shock to the system, you see, that's broke mastery right there. Some of us have that down. So I figured if these guys couldn't help me, nothing changes. And how many guys would agree if nothing changes, nothing changes?
Right? Absolutely.
And so they said, if I just schedule a consultation, they'll show me how to do some things I never heard of before. I never heard of a private reserve account or the concept of becoming my own bank. I was always taught once you make it, you should invest in your 401k, you should get a savings account and direct deposit. Was anybody else taught that as well?
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, we all have the same parents. But now here's the thing, it's not bad advice, but depending on where we put our money, if we put our money in a traditional bank, there's low to no return on our money.
Right. Right.
I had thousands and thousands of dollars in this account. I won't tell you the bank's name, but I heard they chase people to sign them up. And I look at my account, and that thing said I made a whopping 4 cents that month.
Right.
Chris, I want to chase everybody at the bank and just pinch like 4 of them. I ain't want to pinch them. You know when you twist it at the end and they walking off and they rubbing it? I wanted to, don't even give me the 4 cents. Because I know you making 4 to 10% every day with my money.
Absolutely.
See, guys, banks do this thing called arbitrage. Now in the hood, we call it flipping our money in the street.
Right.
They take our money and they give somebody that mortgage loan. They take our money and give someone that auto loan, that student loan, those credit cards, that business loan. And then when we come to borrow our money, like they never had our money. And then if we fill out the paperwork correctly, they might let us borrow some of our money, but then they charge us a higher interest rate than they was making every day on our money. And we were taught that that's being a good steward of our money. Now you take that same money, you put it in a private reserve account. When the market goes up, your money goes up. But not at 0.00002% like my bank, somewhere between 8 to 18% per account. But when the market goes down, your money doesn't go down.
Okay.
Unlike those 401ks that became 101ks last year.
Right.
How do you lose when your money only goes up and never goes down?
You're winning.
You're always winning. And here's what's exciting about this. When the market goes back up, your money goes up, but you get to decide where your money goes because you can do arbitrage. Somebody wants to go to school, you can give them a student loan. Somebody wants to get a car, you can give them an auto loan. You can even borrow against yourself, and that same amount you originally deposited is going up with the market as if you never touched it, just like the bank. You get to charge the interest rate that you want. So now you can keep this money in your family for, who said they were interested in generational wealth? See, everybody talks about it, but they don't do generational things. So their families never see the wealth.
Right. These
are things that have been going on years before we knew about it. And we get to do it with the group rate of $79.97 a month. If you knew the type of income, well, actually you do, 10.2 million. Has been generated with stuff like private reserve accounts. If that wasn't enough, same $79.97 a month gets you involved in land banking. We're purchasing land in the path to growth. Guys, there's land in Antelope Valley, California. I visited it. It's actually a real place. Nice city, up and running. You might want to look it up as Green Energy Valley because there's a lot of green energy projects going on. Warren Buffett, the government, NASA, Kaiser Permanente, all investing in green energy projects. That's why they call it Green Energy Valley. Right outside of LA, just hosted a Super Bowl. Very nice one, I heard. And very nice stadium, very nice area, I heard. Lil Birdie told me. But here's what's crazy about it. It's going to host the Olympics in 2028, 2029. And so if you're standing there holding your parcel that you bought wholesale in a position to sell it retail, how many of you guys like where you sit?
Right.
They actually closed out a year ago at 43% growth. Now you tell me what you got going on that's safe as land with 43% growth. I'll be interested in that as well. Do you understand why we're so excited about what we have our hands on?
Yes, it's amazing.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Y'all don't really get it. We've actually had some people on the line that have had these guys help them the way that I'm saying. Anybody want to share what the experts did for you?
I'll share.
Okay.
You know, I'm excited.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead, Monifa.
Hi. Well, before MWR, hi, good evening, everyone. Before MWR, listen, my credit score was a 644. They got me up to a 751 in a matter of 120 days. That's 107 points increase.
Monifa, okay. I don't know if you caught it. But when you said that 750, your eyeglasses just sparkled. It was amazing.
It said, ding. And see, once that happened, I refinanced my home, right? And I got a 2.8 interest rate. So when your credit increase, your interest rates decrease. All right. So now I put all my debts in this debt elimination plan that MWR holds. And they got that same mortgage that was 30-year down to a 10-year. Where do they do that at?
MWR.
Then I didn't even tell you guys first, I got $503 back into my check because I decided to upload 2 pay stubs and my last year tax returns. So that's a total of $1,000 back into my household, and I could snowball and make that mortgage disappear.
Nice.
That's so nice.
That's amazing.
Don't miss
That's
it.
amazing,
Don't miss
girl.
it. Don't let 2 figures cost you 4 figures. Come on.
Facts. All right, go ahead, Deanna.
Okay, so mine is my credit cards. I love credit cards. I don't know why, but I used the credit restoration. My credit score went from a 535 that I caused myself. Don't ever do the DIY, regardless of what people say. So they basically fixed my credit score, got it up to a 620, and my interest rate went from 30% down to 9%, and I got the highest credit card limit I ever had, and I thought I was rich for 2.5 seconds. And so then they gave me an instant pay raise of $500 on my paycheck, which I thought I was rich again because, I ain't never seen that kind of money on my checks after working so hard. So yes, I'm very excited.
Amazing. Give it up for these guys, man. And I'll be honest with you, we could literally take that whole hour just sharing testimony after testimony. As a matter of fact, if you guys don't mind, typing your testimonies in the chat. But I really want to move on because somebody heard that there was a way to actually make some money. Now, here's the exciting part. You've already seen how we make money. So it's just a matter of positioning. You can become a home-based business owner. Normally it's $228 one time. And the way that breaks down is $99 tells the company, I want to get paid. Can you please pay me and track my 1099? $79.97 is just a Financial Edge membership, because not only are we building a business, we're also a client. We use that membership because what's the use in making more money if you're just going to give it all away? We let the experts help us rescue our money and grow it. We just give them more of it to do it with. And then $40, it goes towards what's called our business center. Our business center gives us everything we need to track business, got marketing materials, everything you would need to run a home-based business from wherever you are in the world using the device that you're currently on. And so here's what gets exciting about that. Once you're in home-based business, you get 470 plus tax deductions. If I'm not in home-based business, I might get 9. Which one sounds better? Your 470 plus or my maybe 9?
470 plus.
And what happens is once you start a home business, your bills become expenses, and now expenses can become deductions. Anybody want the government to pay for your lifestyle?
Yes.
Yeah.
You start doing weird stuff like hire your children. Wealthy people don't give their children allowance. They put them on payroll for the exact same chores. Where was this information when I had 4 children in the house?
I know.
Grown and gone, and now I'm getting this sexy information. Are
Right.
you serious? But I tell you what was best about it. They said they were going to pay me 10 ways for doing what you just saw. Guys, you've already seen the business done. You've already seen how hard it was. They got you here. You saw the membership. That's the business. They pay us 10 ways for that. Now, I don't know what you do for a living, but I was only getting paid one way, and that was poorly. So this was already better than what I was earning. How many of you guys would agree somebody hearing those testimonies and hearing about that Financial Edge membership are going to want that membership?
Yes.
Now, is it okay if they go to your website to get it?
Be great.
Come on, yep.
You're going to earn a $40 bonus and $10 every month when they pay for that. Now, somebody's credit score is going up, but their bills are going down and their debt's going down, and they're getting calls about when to lock in their private reserve account at the highest interest rate possible. Do you think they're going to keep their membership?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Guys, we have one of the highest retention rates of any financial services product on the planet. Because why would you get rid of something that's consistently grabbing money and growing it for you? Do you think
So
somebody
when-
else might want to get paid like that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Is it okay if they go through your website to become a financial director like you?
Wonderful.
Yes.
Indubitably.
You're going to earn a $50 sponsor bonus every time that happens. Do you like that?
I love it.
Now, once you got the first 50, would you be like, I'm good, I'm gonna retire? Or would you continue to share it with people so that you can continue to make that happen?
Yes, I'm gonna continue to tell people.
Now, I'm telling you, we're getting paid 10 ways. I'm only gonna tell you about 4 of them because I don't want to waste a lot of time on this. If you don't understand these 4, you're not gonna get the rest of it. The rest of it won't even matter to you. But guys, they said if you actually have 3 people partner with you as financial directors in your first 30 days, they're gonna give you a $150 bonus. So now think about it. You invested $228. You just made $150 because you got 3 sponsor bonuses. That's 50 plus 50 plus 50. They added another $150. That's $300. Now the business is paid for. Return on investment is a wealth principle, yes?
Yes.
Anytime you start something, you need to find out how quickly can you see a return.
Yeah.
I had money, I needed it right back. And they said if you help 3 people do that, and you show those 3 people how to help 3 people do that, and that happens within your first 60 days, you're gonna earn another $450. That's $600, and you didn't do much. Everybody's just inviting people. You teach those people how to duplicate that. That can be up to $1,500 in your first 90 days. That's extra. You are already just sharing. Is this making sense?
Yes, it makes sense.
But here's where when you put these 2 together, when you get 3 business partners and 1 customer, now they guarantee that you're going to earn $5 a day. Guys, $5 a day is $150 a month. How many guys would agree that's more than $119?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I got excited about first. That was my first goal. I put this in your notes. I wanted to self-fund my business. I teach everybody this. If anybody's offering you a business opportunity of any type, first question you should ask them is, how do I self-fund it? And if they can't tell you how to self-fund your business, run. Because everyone should have a plan to teach you how to make the business pay for the business.
Yes, sir.
But now, once it's self-funded, everything after that is profit. Everybody say profit.
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 Please don't start a business if you don't intend to make a profit. And so here's what we do. They said, they told me if I help 3 people self-fund their business, I wouldn't make $5 a day anymore. I'd make $20 a day. Can anybody use an extra $600 a month?
Yes.
Now, $600 a month working hard, that's not sexy at all. But $600 this month for conversations I had in June of 2020, how many guys would agree that's kind of hot?
Oh, that's definitely hot.
That's like having a relative move in and start paying bills without moving in. Anybody need some family like that?
Oh, I want some family like that.
And then they said that could go as high as $1,000 a day. Anybody use an extra $30,000 a month?
Yes, that would be great.
Guys, at that point, I knew without a shadow of a doubt I was gonna do it. And what really sealed the deal for me was I was talking to a young man, and I think I saw him pop on the line earlier. And as a matter of fact, if he think he's gonna sneak into a Zoom, I think he knows who I'm talking about. If he thinks he's gonna be able to sneak into a Zoom and I don't actually introduce him to you, he is sadly mistaken. Even if I have to call him on my phone, because he's the gentleman. When I met him, in 8 months, he built an $80,000 annual asset. Understand, he was still working his job. How many of you guys wouldn't mind adding an extra $80,000 a year to what you're doing after only doing something for 8 months?
Yes, sir.
And the reason why he was able to do that is his passion for helping people was so high and so infectious, people could not help but want to be a part of what he's doing. Awesome father, awesome family man. I'm glad that he actually added me as an awesome brother. He's my awesome little big brother because his bank is always bigger than mine, but his age keeps showing up younger. Guys, I tell you this up front because he's probably one of the most fun people you could ever be around. Love him to life. Actually, so flashy with his life, we had to call him Hollywood. Please help me bring to the line my senior partner, Mr. Chuck Hollywood Hart.
That's
Man, fantastic, fantastic. I definitely got to give it right back to Dr. Sean T. Hill. Did he do an amazing job, really just laying out not only the vision of what we're doing, but how we really helping and blessing people with getting their finances straight. I mean, this gentleman has came in, set records. I'm sorry, not set records, broke records and reset records for how fast he was able to come in and file a plan, not just for himself, but position a lot of people to create that additional $30, $40, $20 a day coming in every single day, man. Thank you for all that you do on the team. Glad you're back in the city. Not sure where you're traveling to next, but I know you're going somewhere. Somewhere, so right. And not even sure what you asked me to share, Max. You laid everything out so seamlessly, you guys. And what I really want everyone on here to understand is we got a real opportunity to really help people. I mean, a real chance, because think about this, you guys, regardless of what you do for a living, how much money you make, you know, all of us on here have different goals and different dreams, but we all still have that one very common objective. At the end of the day, we all want to be successful financially, right? As a matter of fact, if that's you at the end of the day, you want to win the money game, give me a thumbs up. Let me see, so we know, right? So this is the deal, you guys. You got to understand that first, a game is being played. Second, you got to learn the rules to the game. And third, you need a strategy on how you're going to win the game. And that's all entailed into our compensation plan. There's nothing wrong with making some additional income, but what's more important is knowing what to do with it once you got it. We live in a great country. There's a lot of ways to make money in America, but we're doing the right things with it, not just position yourself. Because we brag differently over here. We're not doing this for our first name. We're doing it for our last name. So the people that you're going to meet and the engagement that you have with the people that's just on the Zoom right now, we are different types of individuals, right? Like we do live in the land of the phony, fake, and flossing. I mean, people rather look rich than to get rich. That's not us, right? We don't brag about and take picture in front of somebody else's car. We like to hold the deed of the ones that we own, right? If that's making sense to you. If it feels good in your gut, if this conversation feels good, go with that. Absolutely. If the conversation doesn't feel good, go with that. Go with that. But what I want you to do is make a decision for you. Do not go back and ask somebody that was looking at the basketball game before the Zoom came on. They still looking at that same game right now. Whether you should get involved in a multi-million-dollar company that's helping people increase their cash flow an extra $400 to $600 a month, that's going to give you a game plan to be debt-free and going to help boost up your credit. Right. They don't know. If you need their opinion, you also accept their lifestyle. So if they're not living, eating, and drinking what you want, why are we listening to them anyway? Invite them back to the next opportunity where they can come and hear this information and they can make decisions for themselves. But either way, I look forward to working with you, whether you want to just use the membership or whether you want to actually build business. Either way, I look forward to hearing your success. I look forward to hearing all the great things going to happen for you and your family based on the information that you got here tonight from one of the best, Dr. Sean T. Hill. So, brother, I'm going to pass it back over to you, man, but to close us out for the day.
All right, well, give it up for Chuck Hollywood Hart.
What's up?
My man. And guys, I mean, you can tell just based on those little nuggets that he just shared, those are major life-changing nuggets. And the thing I love the most about what we're doing is we're going to teach you and train you step by step and word for word how we do what we do. We don't just send you out bear hunting with a switch. We're going to actually show you what to say, but more importantly, what not to say and what not to do. We're going to teach you what it takes to attract that income that we're talking about. And as a matter of fact, there's going to be a transformation event in Atlanta, Georgia. I actually know the location, but I was sworn to secrecy. It's a dope location, though. And guys, you want to make sure that you are here. It's only a $99 event for April 23rd and 24th. You get to meet the CEO of the company, the president of the company. You get to meet Chuck Hollywood Hart. I mean, I didn't even have to say those other people. You need to be here so you can meet Chuck Harden and all of the top leaders in our company. Guys, anything that you're looking to do, it always makes sense to be around the best doing it. And the best of the best are flying, driving, bicycling, skateboarding from everywhere in the world here And yes, we do have people coming from out of the country that are attempting to figure out how to move this into their country. And so with that being said, you can stick around 20 more minutes, and at the top of the hour, you're going to actually get trained by Chuck Hollywood Harden. We want to make sure that you're not only excited, but that you're also equipped. But first, you need to decide. 2 ways to get started. You can either decide to use the membership. We call those number 2s. If you want to use the membership only, text number 2 to the person that invited you. They know exactly what link to send you. It's only $79.97 per month. Your spouse is included. You don't have to fight over who's going to get to use it. There's no setup fees, no contracts. As a matter of fact, you referred 3 and yours is free. So now for free, they're reducing your taxes, negotiating your bills, eliminating your debt, restoring your credit, and helping you accumulate wealth. But some of you knew before we even tapped in, you knew you were already the one. You're number one in everything you do. You decided all the way up front, if I like the membership, why wouldn't I tell people about it? And if I can tell people about it and get paid, and get 470 plus tax breaks, why wouldn't I do that? You need to text the person that invited you that you're a number 1. Guys, $119.97 a month. And guys, understand this. This is a wealth movement. It's not about your rinky-dink $228.97. As a matter of fact, if you go to the website of the person that invited you, you'll see we're waiving the $99. See, this is about that line in the sand. This is where the rubber meets the road. We just want to separate for our business partners. We want to show them the people in their lives that are ready to do that thing that they've been talking about versus the people that are going to continue to talk about it until they take their last breath. We are separating the movers and the shakers from the phonies and the fakers right now. And so if you don't have $129.97 to get started, you're welcome. That was the exact thing I needed to see in my finances that made me make different moves. And as a result of those different moves, we no longer have to punch a clock for anybody ever again. Not saying that to impress you, just to say, I'm saying this to impress upon you. These guys gave me a strategy and a plan. And there's nothing like a motivated person, because I was so tired of teaching kids, I didn't even like my own. It's nothing like a motivated person with a strategy and a plan to save, grow, and make more money. And if these guys are gonna waive the $99 tuition, give you a cash flow credit, and allow you to get started for less than I did, and put you in position to make far more than I could have ever imagined, why wouldn't you do it? And so just before you ask the person that invited you any questions, ask yourself 3 and I'm done, because I'm excited about the training we're going to get at the top of the hour. If not this, then what? Like, what do you have your hands on right now where you can help somebody get a pay raise and you don't even work there? If not now, then when? If you don't have the time to do it now, when we're in the midst of a pandemic and everything is somewhat shut down, how are you going to find the time to do it when everything is so-called opened up? Right. And can we stop saying get back to normal? Guys, this is the new normal. Yeah. And you'd have told me I'd make over $75,000 to $80,000 in a little box on your device, sitting in any chair I want in the world, I'd have said you crazy. Yet here we are. And if not you, then who? Like, who's going to come into your life and step into your family and change the financial future of your family for generations to come? I tell you what, if you haven't met that person yet, I'll give you the cheat sheet. It's probably that beautiful person in your mirror waiting for you to get off your assets and change your mindset so your family can be set. And so with that being said, was that worth your time?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. I appreciate you guys making this 45 minutes of my life enjoyable. I am looking forward to the training. For those who have to leave, I thank you for coming long enough to make sure that your people that invited you knew that you cared enough about them to see it. My name is Sean T. Hill, blessed to be Executive District Director with this amazing company. More importantly, I am Willie and Maddie Mae Hill's bouncing baby boy. It has been a pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. I look forward to doing
one of my friends, y'all.
Getting trained with you. And when everything is opened up, walking the beaches of the world with you, excited because we're financially free and we're our own banks. God bless you guys. I'll see you at the top of the hour.
Great call, Mr. Hill. Welcome back.
Yes, awesome, Mr. Sean T. Hill.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Eddie Mae.